G'day guys. So it's saying 40.44 grams of gold, but it's not. It's 10 grams for that little green pan. That's what I'm going to melt. So it's 30.44 grams of gold. We'll melt that down with my little mini furnace, and then we'll weigh it up at the end and we'll see what it all ends up weighing. I'll set this thing up and fire it up, and yeah, let's see how we go. Alright, time to fire this thing up. Let's turn a little bit of gas on. I just need some matches. Or I'm using matches anyway. And I'm just going to block these holes off, and that's it. That's going. I'll get this other one going. So now they're both fired up. I'll grab the crucible with the 30.4 grams or 44 grams of gold. Just so get that nicely centered. It's starting to heat up. Put my lid on. So what this is a cast master. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, something like that. GG mini furnace. Now it won't take long for this to heat up. Just take it nice and slowly. I think if you crank the torches really high, you'll start putting too much heat into two of the spots of the crucible, and then you'll probably start getting close to having failures and that. So it's starting to warm. Now what I've actually added to begin with is some borax. That'll just help it to start to melt. Starting to get warm. This is still pretty cold to touch. But it's just starting to glow. I'll take this in. I just can't get the camera too close because of the heat, or the phone too close because of the heat, but I'll try and zoom in there. Should start seeing a little glowing ring there. This will take approximately, I don't know, next 10 or 15 minutes, and then that'll be glowing red hot. You can probably see a little bit of orange there. So rather than bore you with me talking, I will stop recording, and we'll be back in a sec once it gets a bit warmer. Alright, so it's been going for a little while. I'll just try and keep this at a height where it's, I'm just putting my fingers there just to make sure I'm not going to melt the foam. I'll just get a bit of borax and sprinkle it over. But as I said, I did put some borax in there already to help this thing turn into a liquid form. But I'll give that another 10 or so minutes. And hopefully be pouring it out very, very soon. Alright, should be able to hopefully see a little bit of a flame just here coming out. I'll take this lid off. I still have to get yourself some gloves. So that's going to be damn hot. Yeah, it looks all pretty good. What I'm going to quickly do now is turn this thing off. Now the other part you've got to be quick with is pouring this thing out. So I'm just going to pick her up and pour her out, which is going to be fun now. I haven't got all the gold out. Bit of a dud sort of pour there. So what I'll do, I'll just turn this thing on again. It's going to take me a while to get the hang of all this shit. Down on there. I'll fire her up again, and it's tricky with these crucibles, I suppose, just being able to grab it and do it, and obviously the big pressure of filming at the same time, trying to get everything right. But I'm going to have to give that probably another 10 or so minutes to melt down. I will have a look at this one. I'll pull that out of there and have a look and see what's actually come out of there. Looks like a big blob of black. I'll just show you. But hopefully, and that'd be the borax, probably put way too much in. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes out of there. You should be able to see the big flame coming up here. Unless I try and pour into that one. But yeah, I'll stop it here. I'll come back, maybe after I've poured it, and then we'll have a look once this stuff's cooled down and see what it looks like. Alright, so I poured again, and honestly I don't think I've done a great job at all. Just going to throw this in some water, just to take the heat out of it. I'm going to have a look at what this thing is. If there's actually gold or if this is just slag that come out first. So let's grab that as well. Throw that in there so that it cools off. What I should actually be able to do is, and I know I've still got some stuff in there. I think I messed up in the sense of, I think I've put way too much borax in there. What the right ratio, someone might be able to tell me. Yes. As I said, this is all a first for me. And if I clear this, even though it's got a little bit of water on there, I should be able to see roughly. All right, there's 20 grams there. And there's still slag on this as well. So let me, because I've got to see if there's anything there. Now, I shouldn't have lost 10 grams, but because I know definitely there's something in the crucible. So 19.87. I will have a look at what this is. I think it's all slag, that stuff. I think, as I said, I think I've put way too much borax in there. Hopefully you can see that. So definitely, I don't think it's hot enough for one. And that was one thing. I probably should have left it going for a lot longer. I just impatient. Very impatient, I think, today. I'm just looking in there and I definitely can see still gold stuck in there. We'll have a look at that later. Maybe tomorrow when it cools down and maybe give it another burn. But yeah, so those guys that are smelting, tell me everything I did wrong, please. I'm only going to improve with each smelt, I suppose. Yeah, there's the gold. It looks good there anyway. That side, not so good. That side, good. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to see if I've got 10 grams of gold there, and I'm going to see what is in there. Just break it up with a hammer and see what actually happens. And this bit, that's going straight back in there because that's going to definitely get redone. So anyone that can give me any tips would be much appreciated. And that's it. Until the next time, I'll catch you all later. Alright. Got a bit worried, you know. I've lost like 10 grams. Which is crazy. Oh, there's 0. So that was the bit that come out, sort of, messed up at the end. Just not hot enough. And there's the other bit, still with a bit of slag. They both got a little bit of slag. 27. That's 3.4 grams down. Can't really see in the crucible if there's any more, but there could be. 1.4 grams. Interesting. And it's going to be more because that slag's going to weigh have some sort of weight in it. But yeah, we'll have a look and see what happens. Well, as I said, I'm going to melt this down a second time and hopefully get a better pour and a better result. Alright, just to throw a little bit more on the end, there is still some gold that at this stage is stuck in the crucible that I haven't got out, so we will end up seeing, once I remelt it again and do a second attempt at this, I honestly just think that I just didn't leave it melting long enough and it cooled off too much and put way too much borax in. I put in not heaps, but I think too much. That whole blob was just like crystal, so yeah, not the right thing to do. But as I said, I haven't done this stuff before. I'm not ashamed or afraid to show me mistakes. That's how we all learn. The whole channel's been about learning and doing things a bit different, and sometimes not always doing the right thing. But I'll leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed it. The other thing I'd like to say is thanks to everyone that come out today to the meetup down at Warrandyte. Hope you've had a good time. We ended up having 6 people turn up. I didn't do any filming. I don't tend to do filming. When I do these local meetups, went to 3 locations, prospected at 1. The other 2 were a bit of a look around. I like to just show a little bit of the area, some of the mining that was done in the area, how they did it and how they went about it, and even their failures. We had a look at one of their failures where they attempted to dry out the river, and yeah, it just didn't happen for them. One place was successful, the other one, yeah, it just wasn't great. And then we hit a creek, and I'm pretty sure everybody managed to get some gold. We didn't get a lot of gold, but you know, it's a good day. I think a few people learn a few things. A few people went, you know, maybe I don't need to learn that. Maybe that's not what I want to do. But no, I think everyone had a pretty enjoyable day. And to everyone that come out, thanks for coming. And until the next time, I've probably already done this bit earlier, I will see you all later from the darkness of the vehicle.